Hi everybody. So this is chapter 2, and for chapter 2, again, you have some information that's being provided right up front. We have a little bit of a problem with this picture. I'm going to have to fix that. We're going to look at the PowerPoint together in a moment. There's an assignment called Word Usage. I want to go over this with you quickly so that it'll set the tone for all future word usage assignments. First of all, the word usage assignments, the words that are being used for these usage assignments are in your chapters. Look in each chapter for a section in the chapter called, I believe it's called Misused and Confused Words. I am looking in my chapter 2 right now to see if I can find that particular exercise. Give me just a moment. I don't see it in chapter 2, but we're going to click on it. For each item, be sure to type the correct word to complete the sentence. Always read the instructions. It may be necessary to alter the tense or the number of the appropriate word. So you may have to change it to be plural, or you may have to change it to be past tense or future. The word that you are using to complete the sentence needs to be the correct version of that word. Let's look at this together. Affect or effect. Your speech had a tremendous effect or effect on your audience. So you would need to go back and research the words affect and effect, determine the meanings and the usage, and then type the correct one in this box. That's how all word usage assignments throughout this course are going to be handled. You will always get 2 attempts for a word usage assignment, but only before the assignment is due. After the assignment is due, you cannot have any more attempts. The reason is that you will know the answer at that point. So there's only 2 choices. If it's not affect, it'll be effect. And so it wouldn't be fair to give you a second shot at it after you already know the answer. So you need to get it right the first time. All right, this is a little information from your instructor to you. Instructions for completing assigned exercises in the course, and these are proofreading exercises. So let's talk about what's going to be needed. Correct all the errors in a proofreading exercise. Highlight all corrections using the yellow highlighter tool in Word. You has 1 hour to complete your assignment. So obviously there's some problems in this sentence. Correction: you have 1 hour to complete your assignment. Notice that have is highlighted, hour is highlighted. It's because have was incorrect and hour was incorrect. So when you correct something, you need to correct it and then highlight what you corrected. Example: call the correct number again. Correction: call the correct number again. Notice that the and the. Call the correct number again. One of them needs to be deleted. Delete it and highlight the one that's left behind. Use yellow highlighting when making corrections in your assignments. When you've completed your exercise, attach it and click to submit. You're going to go down and browse your computer, attach the document, and submit. All of these types of assignments will be graded manually by me. So there will not be automatic grades. Let's go back. And then you have a various exercises like this that you will need to be completing. Obviously, read the instructions and then complete the exercise. This one is a little bit different. It's actually a discussion exercise. So, Chapter 2 explains 7 different types of errors. We're going to look at those. In this discussion list, first, list each type of error, and below the error, give one example of that type of error, and then provide the correction. For this discussion, you do not have to respond to other students. These are examples, but there are 7 types of errors. This is only 2. What you're going to submit is going to be 7 different types of errors with examples. Exercise 2-15, there's a document. This is a major exercise for this particular chapter. When you click the document, it will populate open it. This is your document. You're going to save it to your computer with your name, and then you will set about correcting the document. Please do not rely on spell check or Word to underline every single error. It does underline errors. A little bit of kind of cheating, but it's there for you. But that's not all that you're going to find. So you do need to remember that when you're making a correction, correct and then highlight the correction. So if you've decided that the word participate is spelled wrong, which it is, participate, you're going to put an I to make it correct, and then you're going to highlight it. When you're finished with all those corrections, save it to your computer under the Save As, and then come back to the assignment and submit it using the Browse My Computer button. Find your document and then submit. You can do this also twice before the due date, but once the due date is passed, you will not have any other options. So make sure that you're taking your time, doing it correctly. There is a practice exercise here for you if you would like to complete it. Once you're finished, you'll have the option to open the key and compare your work to this work. It is not a graded assignment. And then Chapter 2 test. Let's look at the PowerPoint for Chapter 2, and we'll look at those 7 types of errors. Spelling errors obviously are the most frequent type of error. Spell checker will recognize some of them, but like we talked about before, it won't get everything. You need to be really patient and careful. Transposition we talked about. If you are transposing 2 numbers or 2 letters or 2 words, if you're just one set of eyes, it's really hard to catch that sometimes. So a second person, maybe a team, is a good idea to have someone read over what you've written to maybe find mistakes that you didn't find yourself. Transposition errors basically look a little bit like this. Is the proofreading symbol for it, but the handle is broken. Well, LE instead of EL. Quote, start the meeting by noon. So start the meeting by noon. I'm not sure how they would want that to be written, but we'll look at it. The report due is on Monday, so the report is due on Monday. So that one, oh, here, the period should be inside the quotation, and then is should be before due. So anytime you're going to correct or let somebody know that they've made an error, you use this kind of symbol to show the transposition, where that transposition happened. So added copy. This is where we put something duplicate in. Added copy errors occur when extra letters, spaces, numbers, or punctuations are keyed. Watch for the following common added errors. Words that were repeated at the beginning of a line. The, or however. Extra letters added in words with double letters. You might say, oh, the, I can't think of one. They'll have to give us a good example here in a minute. Words that may appear correct but are often not because of an extra letter. Oh, here we go. Offices for office. Please for please. So, please meaning a plea for help. Lots of pleas for help. We're coming from the people, and then someone makes a mistake and puts an E on the end. Numbers repeated in a list. That's pretty common. Phrases or an entire line of text has been repeated. Use the delete symbol to close up and the close-up symbol to show the deletions and removal of an extra space. So this is a delete symbol, looks like this. The close-up space kind of looks like this. So we'll look at a couple of examples here. Purchase your supplies, so we delete that second R. And then hire 4 new employees, and notice that they were using a little close-up symbol there, as well as a deletion of that E. Keying an incorrect letter results in a misstroke. I think it's a little confusing sometimes. A misstroke and a misspelling, they sort of look the same to me. A misstroke can result in incorrect words or correct words that are incorrect in context. The examples they're giving is quarantine instead of guarantee. And then then instead of them. I see then, THEN, and THAN also mistaken for one another. Use a straight diagonal line to mark through a misstroke, and just write the correct letter above the incorrect letter. So instead of opportunity, it's opportunity. So we get rid of the E, cross it out, and then put an O above it. Omissions. So that's where we leave something out. Omissions occur when a space, a character, a word, or even a sentence is left out of the document. An omission can actually just completely change the meaning of copy, and this happens all the time when we forget to put the word not in, N-O-T. Or if we don't say do not put words in my mouth, if we say forget to put N-O-T or don't write it in there, then it looks like we said do put words in my mouth. That's a completely different meaning. To mark the omission of space, use the pound sign. To mark errors in omitted copy, use that upper caret symbol. So insert a space, mail to this address. So we want to put like a little symbol right there. And then insert copy, we are missing a letter then, right? Premium is due, D-U-E, soon. Be sure the coverage, that's the upper caret, is extensive. Your job application is being reviewed. Correct the following keyboard errors. I look forward to meeting to you. So we're going to just get rid of the word to. We can accommodate 4 riders in the van. We can accommodate. We have one too many M's there. We're going to cross it out. Oh, for a mule of fire. Huh. A mule of fire. I have no idea what that means, but O is not correct. We need to put an H in there. We're pleased to accept your order for additional units. That is not how we spell we're. It's either we are or we're. W-E apostrophe R-E. Accuracy of numbers is extremely important because many decisions are based on numerical data, and that's really very true. Numerical errors can include mistakes based on dates, based on currency, money, telephone numbers, any kind of social security number or account number. It's all important to really get those right. Credit card numbers. Transposition of numbers is common, um, but it's something that we can't really allow. Errors within listed items occur frequently, particularly as items are added to or omitted from a report. Misspellings are distracting. They really are. It catches my eye every time, and I just ask myself, who let that get by? Learning to recognize misspellings is critical. We want to develop a habit of checking the dictionary or a thesaurus. If you're using word processing software, use the spell checker. Don't count on it 100% though. Remember, the spell checker is going to miss words that are spelled correctly, even though they could be being used incorrectly. To find these errors, you need to use a spell checker in addition to carefully reading that document yourself. So once you get through reading the chapter and you kind of use the PowerPoint to double check your work, again, you can submit anything twice, but nothing after the due date. All right, I'll see you for Chapter 3. Good luck.